Hey guys, Mr. 3D Hero here. In today's video, I'm going to be focused on the recent buff introduced for the L-Star and my general thoughts on it, such as why I'm seeing a lot more players using it, and generally, do I believe that the weapon should have been buffed even more? So sit back, relax, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So the L-Star is a unique slash niche type weapon. It's not common. I only see a handful of players use it, but it's a weapon that I can see you using if you just want to have fun. It's not a weapon that I can see players being competitive or serious with. Although it's possible if you practice and use it a lot, it's more of a weapon that I believe is just for fun. Something that you just want to, sit back, relax, and just turn people into a goopy mess. Now, the weapon before the patch, it was alright. I didn't see a lot of players use it though. And if I did see a lot of players use it, the only type of players I would see it would be the newer players. The ones that have just purchased the game, just played a bit of the single player, seen how good it was in single player, and decided to use it in multiplayer. And that's fine and all, but the way they would go about it is that they will always ADS with the weapon. Something that you should never ever do with a weapon unless your target is standing still. If so, ADS. But at most times, you don't really want to. In most times, you want to use the weapon as a SMG. So run and gun with a weapon, and try to hit fire with it as much as possible. And honestly, you'll see the difference in how much kills you'll get from ADSing versus hit fire. So like I said, the weapon's quite unique and it's niche, and to me personally, it's fun. I like it. I can get serious weapon, and I can use it to get to top of the leaderboard if I wanted to. But like I said, it's one of those weapons that it does take a bit of time to practice with. Because it's projectile based, you have to lead your shots and make sure all your shots land. If you don't make all your shots land, or at least lead your shots, you're not going to win the majority of your fights. That's why it's one of those weapons that you have to practice a lot and know the weakness of it. And like I said, that is one of the weaknesses with it. So if you can understand the main weapon's weakness, you can get serious with it. But I just feel like the weapon, even though it's unique, it has infinite, battery, or so say infinite ammo, it's not a weapon that I commonly see by a lot of players. And it's a bit odd that, I see players use other weapons, but not this. But that's changed now, thanks to Respawn. Respawn has now just released a small patch, a small server-side patch for the soon-to-come Livefire DLC. And within that Livefire patch, they've basically released some buffs and nerfs for some certain items and weapons. One of the buffs was for the L-Star. And now the L-Star received a nice little damage buff. I don't know how much by though. And when I have now used it and tried it in game, it feels a bit, also say it feels a lot more stronger than it was beforehand. It feels like I don't need to land all my shots. It feels like I need at least, say, 4 shots at max to kill someone. Maybe 4 to 3 shots, as long as one of them are a headshot. Maybe 4 shots for the body and 3 shots if it's going to be 1 to the head and 2 to the body. But generally, the weapon feels a bit more dangerously effective. I can cover ground much easier with the weapon, and the great thing about it is that because it has infinite battery, and this infinite battery is one of the most unique features of the weapon, it means that I can clear up groups of people quite easily without worrying of reloading, because there's no reloading animation unless you overheat it. And there's always perks for that to prevent it from overheating so quickly. So I do have an ideal loadout prepared to show people and such, but that's going to come out at a more later date. But currently in the gameplay, you can see me just tearing up with the weapon. It's amazing. I'm just hip firing with the weapon left, right, and center, destroying people, AIs, the lot quite quickly and easily with the weapon. And when you amp it even more, the weapon becomes even more ridiculous. I think I'm killing people within less than, 3 to 2 shots now. And this makes the weapon even more effectively dangerous. It's becoming my most favourite heavy machine gun in game. Because it's just one of those weapons that, because it's not so common, is one of those weapons that you can just get a hang of. And if you understand how to use the weapon, and you get put in a position where you have to use the weapon by rule or other players, you're going to do amazing with it. And also, I've seen quite a large interest in the weapon by other players. I'm seeing quite a lot of more players picking up the weapon and trying to use it. Although there are still a few players that are not using it as correctly or effectively as it's meant to be, I'm seeing a lot of players actually learn how to use it properly. Now, if players can learn to stop ADS with the weapon, you're going to do a lot more better. Just hit fire with the weapon. I'm telling you now, you'll see a lot of difference between you killing opponents and you winning more fights if you hit fire with the weapon. But generally, yeah, I totally agree with this patch. the buff for the weapon was nicely introduced. It's not broken, but it's not, you know, too powerful. It still can be outdone by other weapons. There are still other weapons out there that are much better than using the L-Star, but for a weapon that is not commonly used by other people, it's totally great. And honestly, I'll probably say I give Respawn a round of applause for making the weapon even more effectively usable by other people. And I do hope to see more weapons similar to the L-Star either be introduced into Titanfall later on, or similar, I hope they release more buffs patch for other weapons that are kind of underused. But I believe they kind of buff this weapon because they don't see a lot of usage of it either on PC, Xbox or PlayStation, and it makes sense because, you know, it's a weapon that, you know, all weapons should be able to be used effectively within their own grounds. Some should have, you know, these benefits, and others should have, you know, these other benefits and disadvantages. But I'm quite happy that the L-Star is now actually being looked on as a usable and functional weapon compared to people just using either the Spitfire or the Devotion. So that's the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then leave a like for more. If you didn't, then leave a dislike, stating why. And while you're there, also leave a comment in the comment section saying what you want me to do next. And while you're there, also subscribe for more, as I'm going to be doing more daily to weekly content similar to this. Or if you're not, stay tuned to my loadout series that I do, where every 2 to 3 days I always release a loadout series for you, focusing on either fun or competitive loadouts for you to try out in Titanfall 2, and, you know, generally just have some fun with it. So I do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, like I said, leave a like for more. So thank you for watching. I do hope to see you again soon.